And welcome to the show, everybody. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, so my brain's not working, but it's still Saturday. I can't stop it from being Saturday. So here we are. It's Saturday. And I get to see my friend Coryelle for 3 whole times this week. This is exciting.
It is. It's great to see you. It's great to be here. It's fun. We're having fun doing this series. You know, there's been a lot of people who are enjoying it. So and letting me know they enjoy it. So that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. So you've been hearing from some folks.
I've been hearing from some folks, yes. So we're just so you know, I've been hearing from some folks. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. The winning animals names will be picked on December 17th or December 18th live when we do the show. I'm going to be doing a show about, you know, whose animal dynamics are going to be winning the toys that I'm giving away. So I'm giving away a lot of toys, you know. So
You don't look like Santa Claus.
I don't, but maybe
I
I
look
look
closer
more
to
like
Santa Claus than you
Mrs.
do.
I'm maybe closer to Mrs. Claus. I don't know. Anyway, but what people have to do is you have to, in order to win and be entered to win in the raffle, people have to leave a comment about what dynamic they think their animal is and why. Just one little thing. That's all you have to do. Animal's name. Give me your animal's name. You can even post a picture of them if you want to, if you post it to the video here on Facebook, or you can email it to me, or message me a photo of your animal and one trait that makes you think they're a rule breaker and energetic, or a shapeshifter, or a sensory, or a direct and demanding. You know, just one little thing.
Just
Just
one
all.
itty bitty teeny weeny thing.
That's it. And then we pick the animals' names. But you know, if you're not giving them, if you're not giving me if you're not commenting, they're not entered. Okay,
I mean, you're psychic, but you're not that psychic.
I'm not that psychic. No. So it's fun. This is a really, really fun way of understanding how powerful these dynamics are. There are 6 of them. We have already done the direct and demanding. So if you want to see those toys, you just go and look at the YouTube video or the Facebook video. So we've already done the direct and demanding, and now we've done the energetic, and we're also, so today is the last toy for the energetic. I got one for the energetic dog and one for the energetic cat. And they're pretty cool.
You do. Yes, and they are. They are.
They're pretty cool.
Because we did a couple from a dog and a cat on Tuesday, so you can go in the archives and look at those, and they're up on CoryelleKramer.com, not .com, but on your Facebook page and your YouTube page and my YouTube page and my Facebook. They're everywhere. And so hopefully people can get to that and look at them, because they're fun and they're worth. And Coryelle's spared no expense and took a lot of time to dig through a lot of places to find really good toys that match your pet's dynamic.
Yeah, I have. And it's fun. It's a fun way of really, like I said, it's a fun way of really seeing how powerful this is, because when you find a toy that really hits your animals, no, is energetic. Okay. Now I need to know, Jennifer, what makes you think she's energetic? Just like one little comment about one trait that you think makes you think that she's energetic. And, you know, it doesn't have to be anything that I've ever said. It can be just what you're observing. And then we'll enter Nala into the raffle. Okay. So this is really fun, powerful way of really feeding your animals personality.
Yep.
What better way than toys? It makes you happy, it makes them happy. You're going to see how they respond to it. You also might be able to, it takes the guesswork out of stuff. I mean, I don't know about you, but how many times have you bought a toy for, your animal and it tanked like the Hindenburg? I mean, just went right on down. And they play with it for 2 seconds and that's it, and so it could be that toy doesn't really speak to their dynamic, or it could be that the animal is maybe in the minus spectrum and there's a plus spectrum. So the energetic plus spectrum for the energetic is they love the energies of people, places, and things. When they're healthy in their dynamic, the plus spectrum, they love the energies of people, places, and things. So they might, be very drawn to somebody's energy. They might know when somebody is absolutely 100% needing their help at that particular moment. But also on the minus spectrum of the energetic dynamic is they can get wonked out easily by people, places, things, and situations and their energies. So she's always happy and willing to go at all times. Okay, that's great.
Now, is this a kitty or a doggy?
Well, we have to find out if it's a kitty or a doggy.
I
Now,
know.
is it a kitty or a doggy? So, and it doesn't matter. I mean, she's entered now. As far as I'm concerned, she's definitely entered. Anyway, so there's a plus spectrum and a minus spectrum. And if they're in the minus spectrum, they might get wonked out by some of these toys. So you might want to just make sure that they're on the positive or plus spectrum before you get a toy like this, because some of these toys might wonk them out. They're very interactive. So it could mess them up. She's drawn to
She's also drawn to sick people. Jennifer
she's a healer and she's a dog.
and she's a dog. I love dogs.
We all love dogs. Okay, so the first couple of things. So whatever toy you get, if you can wash it, if it's washable, wash it, because of course we don't want any residue. You might want to just wipe it down, with just a little bit of, like alcohol or water or something else like that there, as long as it's not an electronic toy. You don't want to get that wet, but you want to wipe it. Just make sure you kind of wipe it down and clean it off a little bit before you give them to the animals, because there's going to be residue from wherever they were made. So you want to make sure that the animal isn't taking that into their bodies. The other thing that I want to say is that, like I said, so there's a plus spectrum for a dynamic and there's a minus spectrum. And the plus spectrum for them is when they're healthy and they're able to navigate people's energies and not like get too wonked out by them, they're able to handle the situation of whether it's a person or whether it's a situation like a move, or they're able to really navigate that when they're in the plus spectrum. But when they're not, when they're in the minus spectrum, what can happen is that they get overly sensitive to things. So you want to make sure that your animal is in a positive spectrum. Oh, thank you. All right. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I did do a reading on her, and I hope she's doing good. I'm sending her, and I'm sending you lots of love.
And by the way, this is Saturday, obviously, and Coryelle, Conversations with Coryelle, has been on Tuesday. We would love your input as to whether or not, now we're doing this 2 days a week, Tuesday and Saturday, through the 18th of December. But then would you prefer her to appear on Saturday? So that more of you can be free to participate. If you have a comment on that, we'd love for you to comment on that, so that as going into the new year, we can position Conversations with Coryelle that will be most beneficial for the most people. Does that sound about right?
Yes. So if you want me to, if you like me on Saturdays, let us know. If you like it, if Tuesdays work better for you, let us know, because we're, like we said, and like you just said, we're trying this out. We're giving this a shot. We're seeing what works, if anything. Okay. So energetic. The energetic animal likes things that are, when they're in the plus spectrum, they like things that are exciting. They like things that are um, good feeling and fun, and they enjoy it. They enjoy when things make them feel good. Thanks,
And we
Leslie.
like you, Leslie, every day too.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. So the energetic animal, you also might, I know that these aren't necessarily toys, but you might want to think about getting them a crystal and putting a crystal in their bed or close to where they sleep or lie down. Different crystals, they might react better to different crystals for different things. So maybe a grounding crystal like petrified wood or obsidian, or perhaps like a higher vibrating crystal like quartz crystal or selenite, or, well, maybe not so much selenite. You don't want to put selenite near an animal, I don't think, because selenite, it's very sensitive to any kind of moisture. So, and it can start disintegrating. So that's 86 selenite, but quartz crystal, opal, white opal, anything that's like maybe even like labradorite. I have my labradorite here with me. I love labradorite. Labradorite is great for the higher vibrating spectrum. Things like aragonite. Aragonite is great. I love all different kinds of crystals. I have those all around. You might even want to try getting, they have crystals that you can put on the collars, the little crystals for the collars too.
And that's what Nola has. She has quartz on her collar.
Nala? Yeah. Cool.
Very
That's cool. That they like that. They might like that. They might like that. So you might want to give that a try. I know it's not a toy, but it's just a little thing. You might want to give that a shot. So toys for the energetic. I found a really, really cool toy for the energetic cat. I think that this is a really awesome toy. It's called the Tricky Paw, and it is on the website called Maymaw. So MAYMAW.com. The cool thing about this toy is it's got different attachments on the top. So you could take that house off and you could put one that is more like a net, or it's just a really, really cool toy. So you could take that top off and put on another top. It comes with different attachments. The other cool thing about this toy is that you can program it. It's got 9 different modes of operation. So what I mean by that is that it's got 9 different programmable routes. So there's like a circle, a zigzag, a spiral, crazy 8. And this is what you have to know about this toy is this toy, that laser that you see, usually those lasers are not good for an animal's eyes, but this is a special laser that is safe for the animals and their eyes. Usually when you get a laser pointer and stuff like that's not a good thing. You can hurt your animal's eyes with that. They have something that you can put this is called the castle. That accessory you have right there, that's the castle. Then you have the cheese accessory that is kind of like it kind of looks like a net, but you can take that off and put that on. So you got 9 different routes, programmable routes. You got 9 different realistic sounds. It makes sounds. So there's bird, there's mouse, there's a kitten, there's a bell, there's a cricket. There's a writing sound. I don't quite know what that is, but there's the fly, there's alarm, and then there's a mouse. So there's mice and there's a mouse. So it's really, really cool, because what you can do is that you can program this. You also have an app that you can program it on your phone. If you look down at the the last picture down there. That's you can put it on your phone and you can just program it while you're away. So that's cool, so that you can keep your animal, like, give them something to do when you're not around. The it runs on batteries. It's rechargeable, so you can recharge that, and that runs for, I think, like 12 hours. The neat thing about it also is that you can turn it off. So if you were, your animal's not interested, or they're tired, or they're taking a nap, you can turn it on, you can turn it off. It also goes off after a certain amount of time, programmable. So, I think after like 15 minutes, if nothing's touching it, I think it goes off automatically. It's a cool little toy. It really is. And I think that the energetic, and this might also be good for the shifter too. The shifter animal that's always, the shifter animal is like, all the dynamics rolled up into one. So at any given moment, they could be energetic, and then they can shift back into, sensory, or they can shift into direct and demanding, back and forth, back and forth. So this might also be a toy that the shifter might like, because they're all the different dynamics, and it feeds the shifter animal as well. So that's the toy that we got for the cats. And this is also the same company that made that really, really, really cool toy that I got. It's called the Kitty Fish, and that's the one I talked about last week. But that one is the one I bought for Tahu. I haven't gotten it yet. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna make a video if he likes it. But that's a really cool toy also. But this is a really, really cool company, Maymau. I like them a lot. They don't have a huge amount of toys, but the ones that they do, I think, are really, really awesome. So that's for the energetic cat. The tricky paw.
And we're gonna hope that. Oh my gosh, I think I'm so good. I
So
figured
this
it
is
all out by myself.
You did. Yeah. Okay. So this is called the Happy Tug. Now, the Happy Tug supposedly is also good for their gums, the dog's gums, and cleaning their teeth. The Happy Tug is got a suction cup, and that suction cup you could put on the floor, you could put on the window, you could put on any tile floor, any surface that's smooth. That's you want to make sure that it's a safe surface. So you want to make sure that it's a steady surface that's not going to be moving all over the place. You don't want to put it on like a revolving door or something. That's probably not going to work. So, but the Happy Tug is something that's really, really great, because if your dog likes to play, if they love to, and you can't always play with them, I mean, you might have an injury that keeps you from throwing the dog ball or something else like that there. This, as long as you put it on a steady surface, a nice surface that is not movable, this is a great little toy. And it'll keep them happy. And you can also put treats in it if you want to. So it becomes this interactive where they have to get the treats out too. But supposedly the Happy Tug cleans the teeth, massages the gums. Look out, stomach, here she comes. No. It's just a great toy. It's safe, it's durable. It's great. It's a great training tool that boosts your puppy's IQ supposedly, and delivers health benefits as well. It encourages play. It encourages exercise. It's a really cool little toy that is something that you can take it anywhere too. I mean, if you wanted to, you could take it in the camper, as long as you can, or wherever you take your dog with you, and you can just, as long as it's got a surface that's safe and stable so that it's not moving, just go for it, take it. But this is it's a happy little a little toy for the energetic. They like it. It promotes play, keeps them busy, keeps them active. um that's the happy tug.
Now, is
And
that one that you can put, if like my son, he lives alone with his dog,
yep.
Kayla,
Hmm.
and he works 8-9 hours a day. So is this a toy that he can give her, and that'll keep her occupied rather than the couch or or the rug, or some of the other things that she's destroyed over time?
I think so. I think it would be, as again, like I said, you just want to make sure that wherever you put it, it's very stable. It's not going to move anywhere. And the thing of it is this: some of these toys are great to do when you're away, and you can program them, like I said, with the tricky paws and stuff like that there. But you also just want to make sure that you don't, you some of these toys, you want to make sure that you don't leave them unsupervised with
Right.
it, or at least they go off after a certain amount of time. Now, the happy tug is, of course, that's a different toy. That's not an electronic toy. But like the kitty fish that I did last week, or this week, and all these other interactive toys, they go off after the animal stops playing with them for a certain amount of time, and that's good, because you don't, and then they can also go on automatically if the animal touches it. But you don't want to leave them unsupervised for hours and hours and hours on end, with some of these toys, because, it's like, you just want to make sure that they're safe. So as long as, you have a way to turn that electronic toy on and off, because they can get hot. And that's why I didn't choose some of these other electronic toys, because they didn't have an automatic on off switch. And I didn't like that. I don't want, this mouse going around the house, the electronic mouse going around the house for hours and hours on end, and then it gets too hot. And then, God forbid, something happens. So all these toys, I made sure, go off by themselves, or you can program them to go off at a certain amount of time, like you can with the tricky paw.
You've worked really hard on bringing some great toys with a lot of the expertise that you have to make sure that they're the right toy, and you should get commission for these, I think.
I I just wanted to do something nice, I mean, I'm not interested in doing, there are other people that do the blogging, and they want to do the reviews for the toys and stuff like that there. I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. But I just wanted to find these really, really cool toys that I thought were were great for the different dynamics. And it's a great way to understand, like I said in the beginning, it's an easy way to wrap your mind around. Wow, my animal's energetic. She's really, or he's really, I'm going to try this crystal for them. Or like Nala, you got the dog. She's got quartz crystal on her collar. And it makes her happier, and it keeps her cleansed, and it keeps her in her energy happy. Um, oh, good.
Coryelle is such a good fur mom.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. It's just a fun way of really understanding your animal in a different way. You already have amazing relationship with your animal. You already do, okay? But the animal dynamics are changing that relationship and making it even better. That's why I feel like this work is so important that I'm doing now, because it's helping heal animals of unwanted behavior when we heal their dynamic. It's helping animals have even better life with their person. You're able to talk to them, use the right tone of voice with them, use the right words for them, use the right touches for them, how you feed them, play with them, interact with them, exercise with them. An energetic animal is not going to exercise the same way I don't know, direct and demanding animal would. So it's just, I just feel so strongly about the animal dynamics. I'm so excited about the prospect. And that's why I'm doing this series of the toys, is because I felt like it would be a really cool, fun way for you to understand how powerful this is.
And indeed they are. Now, what's coming up next week? Because remember, we've got two shows, one on Tuesday at noon and one on Saturday at noon. You get to
Pacific
pick
time.
Pacific time, or yeah, or 1, 2, or 3, depending upon where you are in the United States. But what's the next dynamic we're going to do next week?
Next dynamic we're going to do is going to be the rule breaker.
Ah,
Now, the rule breaker, that's totally different than the energetic. The rule breaker is constantly wanting to just be unique, breaking the rules, not in a bad way, but just, it's you're going to see the difference between the energetic and the direct and demanding and the rule breaker animal. They really like to really like the unique stuff.
so it'll be a different type of toy, really, altogether.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, again, will the direct and demanding maybe like the tricky paw? Maybe. That's it's true. They could be. You can interchange it, but it really speaks to the energetic dynamic. Is the rule breaker going to like the happy tug? The rule breaker dog going to like the happy tug? Maybe. Yeah. They could. They're the rule breaker. So, they're breaking the rules on what you think they should act like or be like, or, they're constantly looking for something that speaks to their uniqueness and their one of a kindness, and they're constantly thinking. So it could be, but it's just the energetic, I think, is really going to like both of these toys. Energetic cat and dog.
Go over once again how they can enter the contest to win the toys.
Well, you do what Jennifer did. You tell me your dog or your cat or your horse or your bird or your pet's name and what dynamic you think they are and why. Just one little thing, why. All she put down was, she put down she's always happy and willing to go at all times. That's what she said about Nala. So that's all I need, just a little thing. And now, Nala is now in the contest for a toy.
And Nala will be very happy about that.
If she wins, sure. I think so. I hope so.
Is there anything else that we'd like to talk about this morning or this afternoon, actually?
No, I think it's, of course, we're talking about the 6 dynamics of Christmas because it's a takeoff on the 12 days of Christmas. Okay. But these toys, of course, can be given for Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, birthdays, whatever. I had to pick a holiday, and instead of the 6 dynamics of Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and what Chinese New Year and putting that title, I just did the 6 dynamics of Christmas. But of course, you could do it whenever you want, But I think that this is a really cool way for people to really understand their animal. Getting a toy that really speaks to their dynamic, their personality archetype, whether they are direct and demanding, energetic, sensory, shifter, rule breaker, transcendent. I think it's a cool way for you to just be with your animal and make your animal and you happier.
That's the plan. And a happy mom is a happy furry animal, and vice versa. Because if they're happy, that makes you happy, and they can be a lot of fun. And they are
True. And you might, like I said, you might want to try crystals with your energetic animal. They're really, really, when they're in the plus spectrum, they're really, really receptive to crystals and rocks and energies and stuff like that there. Oh, thanks, Jennifer.
Your teachings are so cool.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you very much. I mean, Coryelle, I think you mean. Yeah. So, anyway. It is fun to play with you on these days. It's so much fun to talk about animals and the types of things, and you're doing something that nobody else is doing. By the way, she was on Positive Talk Radio on KKNW 1150 on Wednesday, and you can go to kknw.net, and her interview is up there if you would like to talk. We talk about a lot of different stuff, and we even made her almost hang up. So it was actually pretty fun. So
No, you didn't.
you thought
No.
we lost our minds, didn't you?
No. I know what to expect from you and Eric. I'm not surprised, but no, it was fun. We went into a little bit more detail about the dynamics and what they do and what they're all about. You can certainly go to the radio show website, kknw.net, and look that up. You can also find it or find about the different series we did on the dynamics ourselves. That's on YouTube, my YouTube channel, or on my Independence Report YouTube channel, Facebook page, my Facebook page, whatever.
They're all over the place. And Helen has something to say. You guys look like Blossom and Joy.
Joey.
All right, I don't know who Joy is, or
Joey. I don't know. Well, I got to look that up because I know Blossom, but I can't remember seeing it before. But I'm taking that as a compliment, Nelson. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Very much. And thank you all for tuning in and listening to it. So next week, Tuesday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about the rule breaker next week. The rule breaker dynamic, a lot of fun, never-ending source of entertainment, that dynamic for sure. So join us and let us know if you like Saturdays or if you like Tuesdays, because we're trying something new. Usually we're Tuesdays. So I wanted to try something new and put on a weekend show. So if you enjoy the weekend show, let us know that, because we might be changing that up next year.
Well, and the other thing is that that they don't know about, and I don't even know if I've told you about this part yet. I mentioned it to you, I think, and that is we have so many shows that are up. StreamYard, which is a service that I use, saves them now, and so I can go back and I can do pre-recorded shows that have some great information back to back. So we can do like 3 or 4 hours of nothing but Coryelle, from wall to wall Coryelle. So can you guys look up the Blossom theme song and do the Blossom dance?
No. Sorry.
Sorry, that's not in our repertoire.
I don't know what I don't know what that is. I'll look it up, but yeah, we might do that on another show, but this show we're going to stay with the dynamic toys, but thanks for asking.
Yeah. And by the way, my tutu is in the cleaner, so I can't wear it today. So so in any event, thank you everybody for being here, and we will see you next Tuesday at noon with the Rule Breaker. Hey, and thanks for listening to this episode all the way to the end. Hey, pretty cool. Hey, don't forget to follow us so you can receive regular updates and new posts. And remember, take care of each other, because each other's all we've got. See you next time on My Independence Report.